Why, hello guys, and welcome back to what Civilization Started Over, episode 3. I guys seem to have loved the last episode as it got 13 views when I'm recording. Wow. That's a lot of views. 13 people decided, oh, cool video. I'm gonna check it out. And watched it, which is nice. But anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Oh yeah, you may be asking, what is this yellow thing? Those are capitals. It says it down there, capitals. I added capitals to this thing to make it more fun, and for my goofy out to say, they capture their capital here, and then the capital is somehow here. So yeah, that's a cool addition. But first thing we see is the war here. There was a war last time. At the end of the video, these guys declared war on them because actually they declared war on them because they can expand as the Caucasus. Who wants to be there, bro? Except oil, but they don't know that exists. So why would you want to go through mountains? And they don't have mountains, really. I don't know. It's just the Turkish mountains here, and then you have Mesopotamia, which is a very great place that they have not discovered. Anyway, I also said that these guys will... I got the end first. Anyway, I said that the green team might declare war on one of these two, and they picked this one down here. Why? Because invading this team will still give them their capital and all that juicy stuff, but invading them is better, as when they invade them, they have more they have better land there. Get away. Stop it. Okay. Anyway, it's you have more potential to expand when you invade them. Also, they're just flat out weaker than them. So, yeah. And right here is a little city there that I'm probably gonna forget in the next 2 episodes. So, for funsies. Anyway, back to the war. So it is very equal. Except these guys are a bit weaker. But when they join, it just turns into a mess. As we're getting closer and closer to the capital, hopefully getting it into 2 because they don't want them to get much land. So, yeah. If they get to the capital, and the country just flat out explodes. What do I mean by this? Poof. The rest of the country is gone. The country went into anarchy. Except this is chill. They're yeah, we got it in the bag. And they're losing. Get out. Anyway, then we just invade all of us and call it a day. Now we look at the peace treaty. Anyway, this is the peace treaty. As that country goes bye-bye, it's gone. We see that they are one of the most powerful countries, and they have become quite chunky. Anyway, the next thing that will happen is a group of the last group here of the red team. There's like 2 red teams. I just call them South Anatolia. So the South Anatolians find Mesopotamia. They find Euphrates and Tigris, and they call it home. But they tell no one that they moved out, because when they expand here, there's like no one, not a living guy there. And there are some people that left that are still there, but Babylon, except in a much weaker state. But it's a bit bigger, I think. I don't know. Man, I don't really know history. But what we see them is find... Stop expanding, bro. They find... Wrong thing. They find... The Caspian Sea exists. They don't want to tell it to the world, but telling it to them is like saying, hey, I'm alive. Come and get me. And that's not good. And that's not good to do, so they just keep it a secret and fish there. They also discovered the Persian Gulf, but whatever. This one's much bigger than this thing. Also, yeah, rough terrain. Again. Same with their problem, but listen, I don't know. I'm not gonna care too much about geography. That was an exception. Just like mountain range, they just went around it like this and then blah. And they just mapped it out on what they think it looks like. For all you know, there could have been a massive like lake there, but if you know, you know. What the? Anyway, let's go up. You guys thought I was about to go down. Up. As we see, this thing gets split in half. Yeah, so the people were not happy that they had to be so dependent on fishing. Get out. Great. The people here are not happy that they cannot really grow crops there. I mean, they can, but it's only summer. And in winter, those crops go dry. And they don't like it. They don't like it being up here. So what will they do? Just flat out leave the country and try and find a better place. And they at least know to do that. So, we see the group of people march from Russia to Kazakhstan. They find a little cozy place. Because as I said, they don't know the path to home. And more and more people begin flooding from here, as I think that this is a miserable place to live. The country looks something like this, and it's all shriveled up. But they just retake the land and take a bit more, like, whatever. Like, it's like they didn't even lose a Finland, bro. I know that people will call this, like, little place home. And they set up... Oh, it's already used. Use. Then use, yeah. Then. Yeah, we're on the bees. Wait, I want this. So we have to explore a bit and find out that this just connects here. And this connects here. And the people yet again don't remember where they came from. pretty nice, keeping this country locked, bro. But they find out about us and can definitely map out what's here. So they just decide to explore it. Sound like people. The Coxes. Let me get in a better position because I don't really like it. My hand is. Anyway, we have to give them capitals. I completely forgot about that. Don't worry, guys. The capital right there and there. These guys also decide to expand because it's quite a big portion of their population. And explore. Stop it. Quite a big portion of their population went down there. That's why they're expanding. That's very cool. Let's go. Let's go explore. If they find out that they're still alive and they're pissed, but they won't invade them just because they're far away and this big voyage is not very particularly good. Let's just say that. New country. There are still loads of people here, loads of South Anatolians. What they decide to do is like go from here to here to here to here to Crimea. Till they're here. And we're gonna set up a little state. Little bit. Just a little bit. There you go, Crimea. Totally not referencing someone. Big this. And now you just expand a little bit. Well, now time for them. They decide to expand. Yay! Go up. More up. And what they decide to do is change their capital. From here to Rome. Oh yeah, and the Vatican. There it is. Rome. Rome. Yay. We all wanted Rome. Every week so has to have a Rome. Dun, dun. Wait, these guys decide to go on an expedition south. I've been saying these guys a lot. Anyway, these guys decide to go. Stop doing that. These guys decide to go south, okay? They come across land. And they come across Egypt. Hi. So they now know that this was a gulf, even though they could have just went simply here. And there's all countries connected here. What a useless thing. I mean, they decided to make a colony there because they can. And they also totally ignored that these two just broke away from them. Just ignore them. I have a new colony now. And it's pretty big. It's a pretty big colony. Egypt does Egypt things. Expanding. I'm becoming a thin thing. What I didn't learn in the Ah, yes, English. Most complicated language. As they didn't learn their lesson from whatever this is from them. But yeah, they also decide to expand. This time it will go unnoticed as taking a load of desert is dumb, but this is not really desert and people live here, so that's a small W. They also decide to explore down here and find out that this land is pretty good. Ignoring the mountains, this land is pretty good. What they decide to do is become a migrating country that moves. A portable country. Just what they do is first thing, take Ethiopia. Second, and they're set up a puppet government here, which has never been seen, but hey, there's always gotta be a first for everything. Oh yeah. What are those sounds, bro? Anyway, they set up a puppet government, and you're not supposed to have that yet, buddy. No spoilers, no nothing. No spoilers, no. I should not have done that. Anyways, we need a capital, yeah. So I decided to give them a capital, and they got a capital. They're now pretty happy with their capital. Capitalception. Anyway, we see a big discovery. Stop doing that. Big discovery. As they began exploring into here, they find a different civilization. Anyway, this is what the countries looked like. And this awfully looks like Czechia. But what will you do? Now time for their capitals. Oh, yes. It will be here, you're here, and you're here. There. Capitalception, baby. But anyway, the old world sees this and they're like, how did you get there? They explained the story that I just explained to you. And they said that they went north. The forgotten people. Anyway, it's time to move down to India. Where massive exploration has happened. But there's still a myth going around them. Where are their other brothers? So they began a massive exploration. I don't know what I'm talking about. But they began a massive exploration to find their old brothers. Which they will take some land as, hey, it's land. So there they take a healthy amount of land, but these guys are stuck. Same with these guys. So what they do, they decide to declare war on each other. Which this one is much stronger as one of the strongest militaries in here. It's like stronger. I think this one is the pink one is the strongest. The pink team. Anyway, Sri Lanka just that happens, and yeah, now that's a part of Sri Lanka. Except it says here that it's Austria, but we ignore that in this Exo series. So Chile, Middle Indian country, and West Indian country, and Sri Lanka. But another country emerges, and it's a pretty big one. Is the Indus River Valley civilization. You're probably wondering, who are the people here? You guys know when I said that in these ancient lands, Victor and Samuel went both ways? Yeah, this is where Victor allegedly stopped, and the others just kept going. Yeah, the others just kept going. And we'll have their capital right here. The reason I weren't in episode 2 because my lazy ass didn't want to draw them. But anyway, well, we're gonna see even more exploration. Anyway, wait. They tried to find their brother by going up and listening their random ass story. They said that they were like somewhere right here, but that does not seem to be the case, and it's also getting quite expensive, like expensive, super expensive in fact. But anyway, the Crimean team will also try and do that. Try and find their little brother. But they just can't, as they're a pretty new country. Oh yeah, and their capital, bro. There. How will Sevastopol do? Dang, I got it first try. Is there a country without a capital? No, great. There's a lot of countries scattered. And that will probably be it for What If Civilization Started Over episode